Hi, my name is Fiona. I'm so grateful to be and spending this time with you here. Today, we're going to access the wisdom of your soul, spirit, and of the dragons so that you can reclaim your power, you can create your own future, and you can break the spell. We are about to be entering into a new paradigm, meaning that the frequencies are being so fast that they are going to get even faster. And no matter how intuitive, how empathic, how spiritual you are, there's always more. There's always more to be played with, to be accessed. And that's the messages from the dragons that they want you to understand. And the cards today are going to be bringing that forward for you. And I'm encouraging you to connect in with your spirit, to remember your spirit, to reconcile with your spirit. So we are shifting in frequency. And that means that the old ways don't work anymore. You may have heard that before. And that can mean that 2025 could have been a really rough year for so many of us. So many things had to pass, so many things had to go. You had to look at things from a new perspective. You had to release people and situations and things and things and things and things because those things were just never going to serve you going forward. So this is what this is all about. This is why the reading took an extra couple of days because I just absolutely had to sleep and reconfigure and recalibrate myself. And I know that so many other people are going through exactly the same thing. Many of you kind of go, well, Fiona, I'm already intuitive. I'm like, but don't you want more? Isn't there more to be had? Isn't there more guidance to be had? Isn't there more ease and grace? Newsflash, the old ways do not work anymore. They are outlawed. They're not going to be able to be sustaining you and supporting you as you go forward if you're still stuck in thinking and trying to force things through. 2026 marks a transition into the frequency led living, meaning that you are feeling what feels right for you. You are doing readings, you are understanding, you are getting guidance, you are so in tune with yourself. You feel the shifts in frequency, you hear the whispers from your soul, and you're like, that is a full body yes. I am absolutely, absolutely on board with this, and I'm going to be doing this. All right. Whatever guidance you are getting, it's not for me or anyone else out there. No coach, no person, no parent, no partner, PPPPP, is there to tell you what you should be doing. This is your life. You came in with a mission. Your soul came in to do something specific for you, whether that's upgrading your frequency. But most people I speak to, they have a desire, an absolute desire, so deep inside them that just gets them up in the morning to still come forward when they're not feeling well, still being putting things out there about what they're absolutely passionate and they know will make a massive difference to millions of people. So the dragons are very, very clear. This year is not about fixing the old self. It's about inhabiting who you really are, recognizing your spirit, recognizing when the spirit's coming through, when she's telling you something, when she's guiding you in a certain direction, like look at this or look at that or look at the other. Many, many, many of you have heard the story that I'm telling about when I needed some money to go and do a speaking gig in London because that is what had been set up for me by the dragons. And I went, oh, I haven't got any money. I haven't got any money to do this. I haven't got the money for the flight now. I worked out how much it was going to cost. €500 for the flight, for the accommodation, for the car hire, for the food, everything that I needed. I thought, okay, fine, I can do it on a budget of €500, £500 because they're going to the UK. And I just said, I don't know where this is. Please show me. Like, where's the money? And the story goes that I looked down, my head was just turned involuntarily, it wasn't me, turned to the right, turned to the drawer here where I had loads of old loyalty cards and a load of lipsticks and a load of other things in there as well. And I went, there's nothing in there. I'm like, that's been there for years. And I refused to look. Eventually, I emptied the whole desk out. And I looked again. I said, look, see, there's nothing else there. So I closed the drawer, started again, recentered myself, asked again, Please show me where the money is so that I can go and do this. Again, my head just goes down to the right-hand side. I was like, oh God, I've looked already 5 times. Why you keep showing me the same drawer? I mean, okay, I understand. Like, I certainly respect and trust you, but like, I've looked. I emptied the drawer out one more time. And as I was willing to empty the drawer out one more time, a vision flashed across my face, flashed across my eyes. It was of, I have somewhere held £500 on a credit card. I'm like, do I? Then I had the image of like, yes, because when you bought the other house, you did some repair work, you took a loan, and you decided to leave a little bit left in the credit card so that if you ever needed it, it was there. But then you've completely forgotten about it. And this is the beauty. You've completely forgotten about it. So I looked through my desk again, looked through all the loyalty cards, and lo and behold, there was an AXA card that I thought, oh, I wonder if I still have the password for this. Looked it up online, and guess how much was on that credit card waiting for me? Because I'd been shown where the money was. I'd been shown that I needed to go to this speaking gig in London. Guess how much was on this credit card? £500. Exactly. Would equate to £500 in euros. And I went, that is exactly what I needed. So this is the kind of guidance that I'm hoping that you are going to get. This is the way to move forward. We are looking for guidance. We're looking to be able to ask questions and being shown the answers. This is the ability for you to be able to claim your power, to listen to the whispers that come up, to listen to what's actually working within you, how you can create your own futures. Like, oh, I really, really, really want to go to this speaking gig. Oh, got no money. Where's the money? And then being shown. The same as finding the artist for my the dragon cards, which is an old story as well. I was shown, please keep looking forward, just keep looking straight forward. And this is the game I'm playing all the time. I'm playing this game because this is the way we want to be playing with life in the future as we move into this next paradigm, as we move into this next year. We are being asked to do things in a very different way. That means we are not trying to work things out. We're not trying to be sensible. So I'm inviting you to join me as I am going to be up leveling the amount of guidance that I get through. Doesn't matter what level you are, if you've never had guidance, if you want to get guidance, if you've had like sporadic guidance, but you want more, you want it all of the time. My job is to help you get that guidance in 2026. We're going to start January off with an experiment that you can come and join in on, that spirit is communicating with you. And I will show you, I guarantee you that you will see that spirit is communicating with you. So before we go into reading the cards, I'm going to just explain to you why 2025 has been quite so hard on some of you. Basically, your human identity has to lose its grip, has to loosen up. Okay, we've had certain things torn away from us, like people and situations and jobs and ways of doing things. We needed to see and understand that's the way that, spirit communicates with us. We need to understand what are the messages in the, what did I have over Christmas? Like massive tummy troubles, triggered from my ex, sciatica, massive sciatica, exhausted, tired, caught the flu, and I never get sick. All these kind of things, they all came in at the last time, almost like a large last-ditched attempt at releasing the human and releasing the identity that human had. All the conditioning that I've put in there, everything that I've learned that I thought was true, I needed to be able to pull that away and see it from a different perspective and kind of go, right, okay, what is this about? How do I start dealing with this? How do I start moving forwards? Because if I'm moving forwards, I can't take that shit and that baggage with me. Okay, I have to be able to let that go, because when you're working with spirit, you have to be able to move to one side. You have to be a pure and clear conduit. Now, you've heard me talk about conduit before, and selenite is really good for cleaning your conduit and using that to sort of clean your energy before you go in, or before a call and after a call, so that you're not taking their energy or your energy into something else that needs to be as clean, crystal clear conduit. So that's a very good example. Your soul, You are soul powered. Your soul wants to take command in the fact that she wants to guide you more and more and more. If you're willing and if you let her, it is the most beautiful experience. Trust me, when things start going right and think, oh, I only imagined that yesterday, and all of a sudden things start coming through. If you put into your mind, oh, wouldn't it be fun if this, and this happened, and then that, and that happens? This is the way we move forward. So, no matter where you are with your spirit, with your guidance, with your soul connection, there's always more. And don't we always want to go deeper and unearth the the bits that reach the parts of us that we haven't reached yet? Aren't we always on this quest to unleash those parts? So, welcome to this next timeline. And I'm going to be reading the dragon cards. Depending on what number you've chosen, you will be given a message that will take you into 2026. If you want to take this further, if you're wanting to amplify what you've already been able to access, unleash something that is just so beautiful in your life so that you're in awe and, wonder of the world, then January I will be doing this experiment to grab hold of and understand the spirit when she's coming through you. Your new identity has been preparing to land. This will go through January a little bit as well. That's why I'm doing this challenge in January, this experiment, because it's not that it just like, okay, 31st of January, and because there is no such thing as time on in the spirit world, but Earth has and man has made a calendar and has made hours in the day and numbers of days in the year. So it will carry on going through into January, but we want to release as much as possible. So when you are in the experiment, you will be asked to be doing certain things and you will start getting your own guidance coming through depending on the questions that we're asking. This is a beautiful journey to understand and believe that you are going to be living in the soul-led frequency. So you will be accessing spirit and you will be allowing that to power you up. So again, I'm so grateful to spend this time with you. And today we will be accessing wisdom from your soul, whatever your soul needs to hear. Now, remember, this isn't just for your mind. This isn't just for your thoughts, for your words. This is something that you will be taking in on a spiritual soul level. So, without further ado, if you breathe in really deeply and allow yourself to ground yourself, if you know what your totem animal is, if you know who your spirit guides are, connect in with them now as I start reading these cards out for you. There's 4 cards every single week, allowing you to get the transmission, the activation of what's right for you this week. So let's start pulling out the cards and what you need to hear. Okay, so your new identity is taking form. You are going to be shifting your frequency, but you are going to be start to being spirit-led, soul-led. That is the most important thing that we need to know. So how can we make this work for you? So this is card number 1. Okay. Ela ora mai creo ita aya. Uf malaria akuela. Me ambolori ala ki ia ki oro. Ni ala ala umba hali ora be a ki kala ambola ki. You decided you want me to read you. Perfect. Oof. Okay, so the first card, card number 1, number 61. Ooh, do love it, do love it, do love it, do love it. 61. So card number 1 this week is Utopia, which makes complete and utter sense to me. If you know anything about these dragons cards, you'll know that Utopia is the card, is the message of the dragon that makes sure that you have lifted off the world, that you've lifted off the way of doing things that you think are humanly possible, and you believe that there is so much more for you. So let's listen to what Utopia has to say to us right now. You have a hidden power circuit, a line with the life force energy constantly running through you. You have immense power available to you. You have already caught glimpses of it, manifested into the material world and created form in certain items, peoples, opportunities, or events just by a focused thought and knowing the exact energy and actions needed because you were given them as guidance. You are a powerful creator, tuned into this energy circuit of life force energy in a physical body, which is now tethered between heavens and skies, the earths and the oceans. You have access to the grounded energy of magic from the earth, just as you can just as easily access cosmic energy and infinite intelligence. There is a powerful circuit of which you are part. Like a battery, you are charged by this connection and flow of energy that can easily traverse through you, passing in and out just as easily as your breath enters and exits you. Your soul language of intuition are readily available to you when you are consciously connected to this circuit and where you claim your invisible powers of extrasensory perception. In the experiment that I'll be running in January, this is what we're going to be entering. We're going to be entering into an altered state so that you are humanly put to one side so that you can access what is coming through from your spirit. Your spirit has so much to say to you. And once you allow that to come through, you will be blown away how much guidance you will be able to receive. Let's see what else comes through in that, what my eyes are drawn to. So many, many things you sense and pick up on already by being attached and tuned into this running circuit. Yet you get to know that there is so much more to be claimed. And that's the experiment, isn't it? That you know there's so much more to be claimed, but how do you step out of the way? How do you allow that in? You've allowed yourself to get into a certain level, but there's always so much more, depending where you are, there's always so much more to go forward. Even the person who's the most attuned reader can still get more information. And if you've never had a reading and never had insights or guidance before, you will start getting that as soon as you step into this particular modality. So for now, I'm sure you can see the atmosphere change in a room. You can feel another person's mood or thoughts, and the place specific energy has a frequency vibrating and inside you, so you get to feel that. You can now easily decipher and name energy that you feel. The energy you feel, just as much as where it might be coming from and who. You can ask your body, your barometer, as your soul, as your guide, is this energy that I'm feeling mine? Is it theirs? Or is it someone else's or something else's? You can start asking questions when you are in this place. You are more powerful being when you know what you are sensing and being aware of, which helps you to understand yourself really well and understand the others around you, knowing you are sensitive and empathic and that you are picking up feelings from other people or places. And at this time, you can choose to come back home to your safe place, pause, and experience neutrally and remember how you feel. Thus, constantly aware that there are other feelings you experience are being triggered from somewhere else. They're not necessarily part of your identity. You could easily be picking those up from anyone else. So you become phenomenally strong to be so impervious, so genuinely unaffected by energy. Tuning up and turning up your own energy, your own volume, whenever you choose. You are phenomenally strong. No one's comments or bad behavior or rejection can touch you or enter into your preferred energy state. You filter and put bubbles around boundaries. You can set up your days and decide what you let in and when you let out from your energy. You're in fully command of your space around you, and you can easily be the biggest energy in the room, silently pulsing and adding power to your circuit. That is a brilliant card message that is going to take us into 2026 for this week. So thank you very much, Utopia, for that message. Okay, so we're going to turn on to card number 2. This experiment, by the way, Is something that came to me because I know that there is so much more waiting for me, and I want to be able to share that with you. And I'd love for you to understand, to feel, to know that you have access to all of that as well. And it's not just for the select few. And no matter what anyone else is doing, you can do too. And this is what the dragons want me to share with you as well, that you are able to do this. And it is such a pleasure for me when I'm watching somebody get these aha moments, when somebody's getting guidance and they're like, oh, I never knew that. I never knew I could do that. I had a lady ring me once, and she had been working with me for a little while, and she was at a wedding, and she walked outside and she said, okay, her soul was Scarlet. And she said, which way should we go? And Scarlet went, oh, I feel like going left. So they walked left, walked into the park, around the corner, and she was stopped dead in her tracks. She saw the very vision that she'd had when I introduced her to her soul, the tree at a certain angle, the flowers behind, the light, the sky, the path, the other flower bed on the other side of the pathway. And she was like, I've got no idea why I'm seeing this. And she rang me at midnight that night after the wedding. She said, Fiona, you've got to explain to me, why am I seeing this? Why am I seeing all of this information? And it's exactly the picture. And I said, well, your soul is just showing you how you can cross over between one world and the other, making your realities real. So this is where she wanted to meet you. And now that you've had this experience, you are now beginning to realize that she is real, because she's going to show you over and over and over again how real she is. And if you want to know that, if you want to start living like that, then this is the way we're going to go and do this, so that you can understand that your soul is coming through you every single day. This is the way I live, and it is just incredible. So, let's choose number two. Boy. Now then, ceremony. Let's see what ceremony has to say to us. So, number 52, ceremony. Gotta love ceremony. She's so bright and she's so colourful. Okay. Okay, so 52 is ceremony, and card number two for this week. Ceremony, you've got to love her. She is so inviting you. She's preparing you. She's coming under the dragon's wing. You're standing on the edge of the cliff and you're ready to fly. This is her message to you today. Excuse me. So let go of the old program, survival mind, and primal responses, and go with a more playful sense of intuitive flow. If you happen to fall into obsessive thinking of what is missing, of what you lack, or the stories and feelings of dread and doubt are running wild, remind yourself it is just a phase. It'll look brighter under a different coloured magnifying glass in the morning of a new day. These feelings and situations often show you exactly what you're clearing away and ready to drop from your old programming, from the lower vibrations of the reptilian brain, programmed for your survival to keep you safe. This is the part of the brain that's at the back of the head. Now remember to be grateful for what you're being shown from this experience that you are having and going through, even if it's uncomfortable. And this was me all over Christmas time, all over the time that I was in Holland. Like, why am I being shown this? What is going on for me? What is it that I'm needing to clear? She goes on, you need only to ask for help with your current dilemma and be gracious for what is then provided. Open up your channels to intuitively perceive what you are being prepared to completely let go of and release. This has been the whole story, hasn't it, for 2025? All the stuff that's come up. If you were willing and you were able and you let yourself see what it really was, what was going on, why do you keep apologizing? Why do you feel guilty? Why is this niggling you and triggering you so much? If you allowed yourself to see this, think, right, what's the perspective I need to have on this? What do I need to look at? What do I need to change? Then you are on the good path. You've been prepared and now you're letting go and you're able to release. So the mind, the body, and the soul, when reprogrammed and all integrated, will work together beautifully. The mind can be reprogrammed from the old survival paradigm and your particular set of out-of-date educated beliefs and gradually receive the updated and uplifted flow program. Everything you are living in is recalibratable. Okay. So your body can heal itself. Your body can, alter its temperature. Your body is an amazing, amazing technical, biological, like amazing thing. Um, it is not just human, it is very, very much spiritual and therefore sending you messages all the time. You can reprogram your body into greater health. You can reprogram your mind to look at things in a different way. You can tell a different story. And this is part of the work that I do with the ladies that I work with. We tell a different story so that you can start looking at things in different and just let things go. Like, oh, I don't know why I was telling that old story. I didn't even know I was telling that old story. Okay. So this body that you're in is absolutely phenomenal. Cameras cannot even replicate what the eye can do. The eye is amazing. The skin is always healing. It changes every 25 days. Your guts are just so true and on point with what they're feeling. If you knew how to listen in, you would get your guidance so, so clearly. Um, this is possible for everybody to experience, where it first may have seemed safer to be in the familiar but basic survival states, then let go of the old ways of thinking and acting from fight, flight, and freeze responses. Where the reptile brain wants to keep you safe but habitually stuck in fear and worry. You now get to trust that you are safe and that all your basic needs will be provided for. That's the spiritual part of you. You will be provided for, but your human and the training from the human has been, no, we need to do this, 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 and this. This is how we've been educated. But what if that's not quite the case anymore? This is what ceremony wants to show you. There are so many points in the brain that have not been discovered yet. There's so many reasons, so many things that are just unexplainable. Now, the mind is a fantastic organ, a multisensory and very accurate intelligence, and invisible information is being quickly received, communicated, and understood. Now, remember what I said at the beginning of these readings. This is not for your mind because there's part of your mind that will take that in, absorb it, and send it down to every single cell and every single part of you, and your whole body will get the understanding of it. Even though you're listening to words, you're listening to the voice, your body will be waking up just going, oh, yes, that is so what I needed to hear. That is so what I understand to be true. So this is ceremony's message to you, letting go of the old ways of doing things. So that was card number 2. Gotta love these cards, the way they just keep every single week propping you up and allowing you to see what you can change, how you can move things forward. If you're open for more, you can listen to all of these cards. And when you listen to them, just be centered all the time. Allow all of that to go through. Allow yourself to absorb all the information so that you can take it on board. And it doesn't mean that you need to comprehend it. It doesn't mean that you need to remember it. It doesn't, because the information will come back up at a certain time. I wish more coaches were teaching this, that you can trust that when you need to say something, the right words will come through because you've got guidance here coming through. I don't care where your guidance is from dragons, from Palladians, from Arcturians, from angels, from elves, from the trees. I don't mind. It is the fact that you need to get and receive guidance. That's the important part. That's the story I want to tell. Let's move on to card number 3. Mela ora ai eke ai ka aoro be ke amba ai lo mole ai eke amba ara kati ai. I'm stepping out of the way when I say all those kind of things, like as my head is not involved. My level uli amba ai ke e ta. Mufni mela ka oi gara amba ke e ka amba o. Mittenbare olumba alaria e che e aiolumba alle fedare che e grambaia. Hoi, mai. Ma a ni ai e cambala raffraile che le arum. Been taking a long time this time. Okay, number three. Yellow or you can buy a la. Okay, we have a beautiful card for us this time. This is Tara, number 16. If you know about Tara, you'll know that Tara is about change. Yeah. Tara has flipped out of the pack and she is all about change. Ma'ale ki uro pu'uyele a ki ora. Flip out of resistance, meaning whatever you've been stuck in, whatever you've been obsessing about, let's flip out of that. Now, that's what the experiment's going to be all about in January, so that you can take yourself out. You are taking yourself out of, stepping out of the way of the human, the educated, what you've been taught, and you're seeing that as the resistance, and you're allowing them through the spirit to come through. So let's see what she has to say. You can easily recognize that most things that pop up that would normally treat as an emergency or another drama to deal with are merely a slight frustration and inconvenience to how you wanted things to go. So this is when you've stepped up. This is when you are in the flow. This is when you're so centered, you're doing your practices that I'm going to show you. You just are not affected and bothered by so many things anymore. It's like, I know how to handle myself. I'm phenomenally strong. A situation arrives as if by magic to tempt you back into the old ways of reacting, maybe to see if you can handle it this one last time, to remain neutral and unaffected, to notice how you feel and see if your mind and body are able to stay a lot calmer. Installing consciously some different and fresh perspectives. How can you see humor or a hidden dynamic of the situation for what it really is? An energy that needs to be expressed, released, or completed. Maybe now you can also understand that you had in fact imagined this exact drama like going to be happening. And then, as if by magic, of course, it's up and in your face. Maybe you can see that in your mind's eye and imagine that you have out in front of you a gauge that looks like a dial on a car dashboard that measures the energy and goes from one side of stress and panic to the other side. And you can see as peaceful and serene, and it feels fantastic. And you get the best outcome ever. In the middle, there is neutral. This is life force energy. This is flow. This is when you are connected and listening to your guidance. The place that feels like none of my concern. Neutral, you can take your foot off the gas, stop speeding everywhere, and take the vehicle you've been driving out of gear. Coast along for a while and observe the situations that happened in your path. Behind every situation, there is a hidden dynamic, a deeper meaning that you can continue to feed off and allow that you can consume you and create a form from your physical barometer on your body that clearly shows you how well you are coping or not. Remembering the energetic state that lands into you and into your body will create an entity of its own and form itself from and into a persistent symptom, all created from that one negative perspective that you hold on to or can simply and easily let go of. When you readjust your perspective and choose where your gorge would rather be, where would you rather be on your speed dial? Coping really well in panic and stress. Everything is going all right for me. Everything is going well, ease and calm. So you have the choice on the speed dial of where you want to go. And you obviously get to sort of choose what side of the doorway you're going to lean into, what side you're going to lean into. And this is what Tara's asking you to do. So flip out of the resistance of like always going into the drama, always going into the part that's like, oh God, this is never going to work out for me. And start noticing the stories you're telling. I don't have time for this. What are the things that you're saying? What are the things that are coming up? And know that when we do the experiment in January, um, You are going to be asked to do things by your spirit because they feel good to you. It'll be 100% yes for you. And that's you getting your guidance from your spirit. And you will feel at home and you will know that your spirit is coming through and she's ready to guide you in all things because you'll feel it on the inside of your body. This is the point that I have the best point of everything that I do is when I'm actually watching people receive their guidance and how that alters their world entirely. Like, oh, Fiona, it was a no. It was absolutely a no. I wasn't to go to that party. I wasn't to go to that interview. I wasn't to go there. I wasn't to take that trip. It was an absolute no for me. Compared to, I knew exactly that I needed to work with that person. I needed to employ that person. You absolutely know because it's a full body yes for you or a full body no. Okay, so we're moving on to card number 4. This is fun, isn't it? So this might be taking longer than it normally does, and we'll see. So what am I being asked to share with you in between this card to get you back into your new identity, to get you back into remembering that you are a spirit, remembering that you are being guided, remember that everything is guidance for you coming up through your body. And most of it we are missing because we are too busy being in our heads, worrying about everything else. All of that has to collapse. We need to be in a clear conduit, a clear conduit, so that the information can come in. No information can come in if you are so busy hustling with strategies and self-sacrifice and giving all your power away. What if you were able to spend a week um, just sitting in silence? Does that appeal to you? A week sitting in silence, allowing your spirit to come through, allowing everything to just fall away, to remember that you are a soul powered human. Everything is there for you, everything is being supported for you. So, so many things will just fall away, come away, be released. And you'll be amazed how much information and guidance you come back with when you've allowed yourself to sit in silence for a week, being cared for, going in nature, walking up hills, seeing the awe and wonder of the world, but doing it all with a connection to your spirit. Listening into the consciousness of trees, listening into the consciousness of the rivers, the seas, the animals that you meet. When you're sitting in nature for a couple of hours and the robins come closer and closer and closer to you, that is just the most divine way of living. So we're moving into card number 4. And that was what I was asked to say to you anyway. So if that's of interest to you, that's what I'm doing next year. I'm opening up my house for those kind of people. Number 4. Niillä oli kerran aina ikkere eilen voi jäädä kniera mulja arekan velia. Ulia melia aikana arekan voi kerran voi. Ei aula melia aika eikä ahkamalia rombuje. Ni ambaliara bo ike aya. Och malaria de ketiki ea. Uambe ala vele kliara rambelia. Oi, amra de tik. She came in a sneaky way. All right, she came in a sneaky way, but we have Bloom as our 4th card, and her number is 44. So this is obviously going to be a good message. 40, 40, 40, 40, 44. Okay. Bloom has become, as many of you know, one of my favorite dragons, and why I wear so much pink, because she is reminding us always to be childish and come back to our playtime. Let's just see her message is. Consciously living, expanding your conscious horizons. So when you step out of your own way, when you allow yourself to get out of being so human, so sensible, so serious, you can hear what is going on. You can really pick up on your guidance. and know just how beautiful life is and can be for you when you start to create your own world. So let's see the message that came through for Bloom for you if you pick number 4. If you're open to amplify this, join me in January for the experiment. If you want to spend more time doing this, then come and stay with me next year, and we will be going into nature, listening to the consciousness, and having a week of silence so that you can let go and you can really reach parts of you that you've never done before. So, Bloom, consciously living, expanding your conscious horizons. Have you felt high recently, receiving a glimpse of what energy state is possible for you? Consciously living with your soul is when you have that glorious feeling that your energy has leveled up. You feel almost high on your own energy supply. Everything is working out well for you. Your feeling of being a winner, and everything you touch is having the Midas touch effect. There is a way to tune into yourself as consciousness. It is far more alive, vibrant feeling than just saying, I'm a happy vibe. There's a specific consciousness flow all through the day, like a moving meditation practice that is not just sitting under a tree and doing nothing, but really expanding your consciousness like a ninja, seeing how far you can hear. To know what you feel, to know when you feel it. It's a practice to know what energy passes through you, even with your eyes open, and exactly what energy has entered into your aura space. For example, you have a way to move through these altered states, being between your most relaxed, trusted, safe, and secure place, and then to consciously alter your state. You next experience yourself having the most fun ever, going from mundane, lousy, average shades of grey survival mode to exploring the feelings of that you are choosing to raise your level of energy consciously again, living in incredible amounts of fun and joy, prosperity and great physical health, where everything is happening just perfectly as it's supposed to for you. Being able to understand and recognize those valuable feelings of your state from moment to moment and how the energy feels and affects you is a practice. You are being invited to see when you are feeling the frequency of hurt or anger or just content, or you're feeling love. That's resonance at 528 hertz. The difference between genuine gratitude. You get to name these frequencies and you're able to feel and recognize them within your body. You're consciously aware where these things fit and feel inside your body. So many people have come to me by saying, I just don't feel that successful. I don't feel that much of a mum. I don't feel that pretty. I don't feel that rich. I just can't feel into it. I don't even feel it when I have it. Now, the problem here is that, feelings for myself included were really a sign of, we were taught that feelings are a sign of weakness. And what we're doing now is we're going into the era of being able to feel your way forwards, to be able to manifest something, to be able to create your reality from your feelings. But we can't do that if we're not allowing ourselves to feel. So many people are, worried and talking to me about they've never reached that part of themselves. They've never reached that depth of themselves that allows them to feel something like, yeah, well, I was successful at the time, but I never felt it. I never felt the beauty of being a mother. It just passed. I never felt the beauty of being in love. It was just something and it passed. And if we're not feeling it, we're not able to create it anymore. This is a very important part of being able to receive something and receive the guidance is the fact that you will feel it coming through you. Feeling something is going to be the biggest way and the best way to manifesting is just using your head and changing your thoughts and your stories. Being able to use your feelings is allowing your ego to step to one side. You've altered your state, you've stepped out of the way, and you're feeling. If you want to feel your guidance, if you want to feel your way into financial freedom, if you want to feel your way into something else, you have to be able to feel safe to play with your feelings. Again, this is not meant for your mind. This is meant for your whole body experience. If you're not having a whole body yes or a whole body no, or a whole body experience of the love that you have for your children, or the love that you have for where you live, or the love you have for being in your physical body, or the love you have for the friends you've got, or the evenings you've got, or the clothes you've got, and you've just got it's a whole body experience. Most of us just kind of go, well, yeah, that's okay, that'll do. I'm asking you to step into having a very different experience. You're consciously living, expanding your conscious horizons. Doesn't mean that you're just reaching into the spiritual world, but you're really enjoying the world that you're in because you feel it. I hope that makes sense. See if there's anything else to come through this. Yeah, your inner world, your inner focus. Your focus on the inner world and feeling the outcomes you desire is powerfully creating your outer world. Your inner world is creating your outer world. That is for absolutely sure. This is consciously living. You can set up the next part of your day for the amount of energy that you want to get through your day. Whatever you have to deal with through that day, you can set it up, being very conscious what you ask for, be very conscious of what you need. That is the continual conversation where you are including your soul. You enter the spirit into every single thing that you do. And this is what we're going to be doing in January. We are going to be remembering, realizing, releasing your spirit. We're going to be allowing you to know that this was spirit guidance coming through for you. You're going to be understanding, oh, I felt it. This is what spiritual guidance is all about. And no matter where you are, how intuitive you are, there is always, always more. We can go deeper, we can go higher, we can touch parts of ourselves that have never been touched before. It's never ending, it's limitless. So, like, why don't we just allow ourselves to step out of the way just for 30 days and step into allowing your spirit to communicate with you, to speak to you, and to guide you? And that is the most beautiful, beautiful trip that we can have. All right, so that is going to be in January. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to the Dragon cards all the way through 2025 and before. I know we've had a bit of a rough time, but those rough times are basically there to help you clear away. Because unless you're clearing away, your conduit can't be clear and you can't receive more information through that conduit because it's all messy. It really needs to be a very, very clear conduit so that the human identity can lose its grip and the spirit can come through and start guiding you. So in January, that is what we will be doing. That is going to be the biggest experiment. And I'm very happy to be taking part in my own experiment because there's always more for me. And I'm no by no means, no means am I done. Am I finished? Am I intuitive enough? So this is what I'm inviting you to come and join and play with as well, the experiment. So I'm Fiona. Thank you very much for listening. Please put your comments down below. If you want to know anything else, if you want a business reading or a life reading, purpose reading, a vision, the vision that Source has for you, let me know. I am doing those all through 2026. My retreats are going to start this year again, and they are very, very different to the retreats that I've ever done before. They are really to allow you to really understand that you are living in a spiritual being. How you get the information coming through, how you allow yourself to listen, to get out of the way so that you get your guidance. That is the most beautiful thing I think that anyone can do, is just remember that they are spirit and allow that to come through and give you guidance. Have a beautiful, beautiful end of the year, and I will speak to you again very, very soon. Lots of love.